Hello everyone! Today we are making some Valentine's Day crafts, so let's jump into it. First, you will need a wooden heart. I mean, you can do a heart. You can really do this for any holiday. It doesn't have to be a heart, but I chose a heart, obviously, cliche. Some sparkly ribbon. It doesn't have to be sparkly ribbon. It could be whatever kind of ribbon you want. Some paint. I just chose pink, but you can do red or whatever color, and a little foam sponge paint brush thing. I got all of this stuff from Michaels. Then I went ahead and I put my paint on some newspaper and I painted the wood with the foam sponge. Now I'm painting really lightly because I'm holding the camera with my other hand. So yeah. And so we're just going to paint it and paint it and paint it and flash. It's all painted. So now I'm just finishing touches. Once you have it covered, you probably should let it sit and dry for a little bit. So I let it sit and dry while I did my next craft that you're going to see. So once it is all dried, I just started peeling the flowers off of the stems and gluing them sideways onto the heart and or the wood. But if you glue them sideways, it'll make sure they're not sticking up and sitting up on their stem. So I glue them on the side of the stem and I just kind of glued them in like little circle clusters, and you'll see. So you can see I kind of glued them in clusters, and I started with the outside and I just lined and went around, just hot gluing, sticking them on sideways and gluing them in clusters so that you don't see the stem. Because if you can see, I am putting it on its side, but I push them in to each other so you don't see the stems. So you're just seeing all pink flowers. And I use a mix of the pink and the red at the same time. And then I'm going to go ahead with the bigger red ones. I'm just start and put this huge one in the middle. You can use roses, I guess, but I just chose to, do something different. I think these were on sale at Michael's. I don't know. They're always having like a end of the season sale on flowers. That's where I got my flowers, because fake flowers can be expensive. So then I just press this into the middle. You don't have to put that big one in the middle, but that's kind of how I wanted to do it, just because they're bigger. And I just keep going. Basically, it is just, a tedious sort of thing. It can take a little bit of time, but I just do the same method by putting them on their sides, and I use the smaller ones on the outside and the bigger in the middle. And booyah, there you go. So it has like a little small effect and then the bigger ones. So then you turn it over for our finishing step, and you take your ribbon, cut enough because it's going to be a door hanger, so just one piece, cut a long piece, and glue each end onto the back. This could honestly work for any holiday too. You could do snowflakes and a snowflake and just cover it in glitter and get a glitter one. For Christmas, you could do a shamrock, cover it in shamrocks, whatever. So there is the finished product, and it's just that easy. Just pick some flowers you want. I put the big ones in the middle and the small on the outside. That was just what I used for a border, so it's kind of fluffy looking. And there you have it. And then you hang it on your door, and it is popping. So the next craft is our sparkly lights. Well, mason jar lights. So you're going to need a mini pack of lights. You can get the battery powered or the regular. The same ribbon. I just chose the same ribbon because we only used a little bit. Some foam stickers. I found some heart ones. A mason jar and a tub of glitter. I'm sorry if you guys just heard my phone on my laptop. My text is set up. So anyway, you're gonna see this big blunder that I make, but blunder. What kind of word is that? Anyway, you're gonna see this big mistake that I make, but I kind of saved myself. So I started putting the Elmer spray glue in, and I just sprayed all around the insides, and then I poured the glitter in, and I put the lid on, and I keep the middle part in the lid because the lids break apart. And I start to roll it, and I'm like, oh, And I stopped. And then I opened it back up and I'm like, I didn't even put the stickers in. So yeah, you're supposed to actually put the stickers in first, then spray the spray glue, then put the glitter in, put the lid on, and roll it. But I'm kind of doing it out of order, but it still works. I saved myself because I didn't get too high up. And the good thing about it is once you take the stickers off, they'll peel off any glitter if you do make that mistake. But stickers go first, then spray glue, then glitter. Okay. So I put two big ones and I put three, and I put a small little one up top, so it's three hearts all together. You can just do one giant heart if you want, or little hearts all over in different spots. They don't have to like connect or whatever. You can do more than one and kind of make it just like hearts everywhere. I have one that I made like this for Christmas, and I put little snowflakes all over, and I put ribbon around the top. So I like these crafts because you can pretty much interchange them in and out and do the same sort of crafts for different holidays. That's why this is a really good craft, and they're really easy. So, put my glitter in this time, second time around. Put my lid on with the middle part still in, and I just roll it up and shake it up. And make sure you shake it up and roll it up for a while, and you're just getting it covered entirely. You don't want any patches, but for the most part, you won't get any as long as you cover it and shake it up entirely. Then I take my lid off and I go ahead and I start peeling them. Now, as you get lower, depending on, you may need like a little knife or like those hard metal nail files or even a pen. And it doesn't matter if you rip the um, hearts because you're just going to throw them away. And you can see I had to go get a pen and I like literally started ripping that one, but that's perfectly fine because it's still going to leave the heart shape. Now, unfortunately, in this lighting, you really cannot see the heart shape, but trust me, it does work in the lighting because the glitter is like so reflective. But you can kind of see it there, and it's just the heart stacked on top of each other. Then, my next step is gonna be getting our lights. I just open them up, and it's a small string of 20 lights. You can find these anywhere, but Michael's actually, I think AC Moore actually had a little section with like the mini sets of lights. And I know that you can find these, and you can just use them for any holiday or just regular. You just want to make a glitter one for your room. You can just get white ones or whatever color, but you should be able to find them. If not, so I just put them in, and I take the pin out of the top of the lid, and I screw it on, and I just pull the top cord part out of the top. Then I just start to measure the ribbon, kind of just leave a little bit of slack. I kind of wasted some ribbon here, to be completely honest, because I could have just glued it and cut it, but crafting is all about trial and error. So I'm just kind of tying it. That was the best way for me. And then you can go in with some glue after you tie it and make sure it sticks to the sides of the metal top part of the lid. You also want to make sure you're just putting it on the top part.
And you can use this as a trash bag too. Okay. Leave me alone. Okay.
She is a super neat freak, so I just wanted you guys to hear what I have to deal with. So then I go ahead and I cut the ribbon, sorry, and I just make sure it's on the top of the lid so that if you want to unscrew it and interchange it, you can. But honestly, you just go up to the top, and that's what it looks like. The lighting's kind of bad, so I cut the light on. This is in the kitchen. Ignore the stuff everywhere. But that is the finishing touch. Easy peasy, great. Love it. So cute.